So today we're going to explore part 2 of The Land of Open Graves by Jason DeLeon, and this section dives into the lived experiences of migrants at the U.S.-Mexico border, continuing to reveal stories of trauma, survival, and structural violence. And we'll connect these themes, as always, to implications for future counselors, teachers, and our ongoing research in this class. Mimo's story shows how the emotional impact of migration lingers even beyond the physical journey, illustrating the importance of understanding both trauma and resilience. Personal artifacts left behind by immigrants emphasize the loss and erasure of human life, and these objects remind us of the importance of empathy in our research and practice. De Leon argues that the desert has been turned into a weapon by the U.S. immigration policy, a key insight that we continue to need to understand as we work with various populations. So these reflection questions that you can think about for yourself are meant to spark reflection on how we can apply what we've learned from De Leon's work to our roles as future professionals and think about how you'll navigate complex situations involving vulnerable populations in your own practice. So in summary, Part 2 provides valuable lessons for both researchers and practitioners. Use these insights not only for your future research projects, but also as a foundation for your future professional practice. Okay, so today we're kicking off a creative project, which I'm calling Migration Through Color. And today I'm going to break you into 6 groups, and each group is going to work with a specific color that reflects a theme from the Land of Open Graves. So the goal is to explore the book's themes visually, which will allow you to connect emotionally with the stories in a way that goes beyond words. And this exercise will help you reflect on the symbolic and emotional layers of the migrant experience, while also giving you a chance to express your ideas creatively and collaboratively. And it's also going to give you practice in kind of empathy and creative thinking you'll need in your future careers as teachers and counselors. So you'll be broken into 6 groups. Each group will be responsible for a different color. We'll go over in a moment all the different colors and the themes and guiding questions associated with each color. And then you will be responsible for producing a visual representation of that color. And everyone will be assigned a bulletin board, which I will go over at the very end and show you where you'll be doing that. I think this exercise offers several benefits. First, it helps you engage more deeply with the material by connecting you emotionally through art. And art allows you to express ideas and emotions in a way that words alone can't. And using color will make complex themes easier to understand by giving you a visual way to express abstract ideas. You'll also get to flex your creative muscle by presenting your ideas through art. And since you'll be working in groups, this project encourages teamwork and critical thinking. So, reflecting on the themes will help you see migration through new perspectives and deepen your understanding of the book. I also think that as future teachers or counselors, understanding and expressing complex emotions visually will help you connect with students or clients who may struggle to articulate their feelings verbally. Okay, so the first group will get the color brown, which symbolizes the harsh physical environment migrants encounter. And in part 2, De Leon describes the Sonoran Desert not just as a landscape, but as a tool of oppression, making survival almost impossible. So I'm encouraging us to think about how external environments, whether deserts, poverty, or displacement, shape people's experiences and behavior. And as future teachers and counselors, understanding these environmental factors will help you support individuals dealing with external stressors and challenges. So, red represents danger, suffering, and the physical and emotional risks that migrants face. So in part 2, De Leon shows the ever present risks, injuries, dehydration, death, and even emotional trauma from separation and fear. So, for future counselors, recognizing these signs of trauma is essential for providing appropriate care, and teachers too will need to be aware of these experiences as students with trauma may need additional emotional support. Blue represents hope and longing, those moments of aspiration that keep people moving forward even in extreme adversity. So, in part 2, De Leon highlights how hope motivates migrants to survive the journey and keep going despite overwhelming challenges. So, as future counselors and teachers, your job is to support that hope, whether it's helping students or clients visualize a better future or reinforcing small successes. Promoting resilience is a key part of your role. Gray reflects the uncertainty and marginalization that many migrants experience, being caught in a liminal space, always on the edge of belonging. In part 2, De Leon describes the emotional toll of being undocumented, living in fear, and not knowing what the future holds. As future professionals, it's important to recognize when students or clients are feeling invisible or excluded. Your role will often involve creating spaces where these individuals feel seen and supported, reducing the emotional burden of marginalization. Black symbolizes grief and loss, not only the lives lost along the journey, but also the lost opportunities, dreams, and connections. So, in part 2, De Leon emphasizes the importance of remembering those who don't survive through the artifacts they leave behind. Grief is a central part of many migrant experiences, and as future teachers and counselors, you'll need to create spaces where mourning and healing can occur. So, whether it's acknowledging the loss of a loved one or helping someone process unspoken grief, your support can help guide individuals toward healing. Green symbolizes the potential for new life and growth, even in harsh circumstances. And in part 2, De Leon touches on moments where migrants adapt and find strength, showing how survival itself can be a form of growth. As future teachers and counselors, your role will often involve helping others see their potential for growth, even after trauma or setbacks. This might mean celebrating small victories, encouraging healing, or helping someone see that progress is possible. So, green reminds us that renewal is always within reach, even in the most difficult situations. So, here's how you'll prepare for the project. You're going to start by reading, key excerpts connected with your assigned theme and color. This will help ground your work in the text. And I want you to discuss with your group how your theme is reflected in the book. Think about what moments or emotions stand out. Plan your creative elements. It could be a visual piece or collage, whatever helps express your theme best. And make sure everyone in the group participates equally. This is a collaborative effort, and your success depends upon teamwork. Finally, reflect on the meaning behind your theme and color. Consider how your work will connect emotionally with the migrant experience portrayed in the book. So you'll complete your visual representation on a bulletin board. And then after you do so, if you would please take a photograph and email me the photograph of that so I have that to keep track of. Thank you.